Putin orders complete destruction of Turkish president, family and government. By mailbreak.wordpress.com. Speaking after talks in the Kremlin with French President François Hollande, Putin voiced lingering anger at Turkey's actions, saying he viewed the downing of the jet as an act of betrayal by a country Moscow had thought was its friend. There are technical means of protection from the rocket assault, including thermal guard. Specialists know how it is done. We did not do any of these, I will repeat, because we thought Turkey was a friendly state and simply did not expect any attacks on this side. This is why we consider this hit treacherous, Putin said, commenting on the downing of a Russian fighter jet by Turkish forces earlier this week. According to whatdoesitmean.com, the Ministry of Defense, MOD, is reporting today that President Putin has authorized an unprecedented asymmetric warfare action, to include war by proxy, to destroy the family and government of Turkish President Recep Erdogan in retaliation for the deliberate downing of an Aerospace Forces Sukhoi Su-24M bomber aircraft on 24 November over Syria in a bid to prevent a larger war with the nation of Turkey as a whole. Turkish President Recep Erdogan and his son Bilal, according to this MOD report, and as we had previously reported on, the deliberate ambushing and shoot-down of the Su-24M was directed, organized by rogue elements operating within the Turkish government and United States Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, who were partners, collaborators in an oil-for-weapons scheme involving Islamic State terrorists operating in Syria run by Turkey's President Erdogan's son Bilal Erdogan. Bilal Erdogan, this report continues, is the silent mastermind who has been responsible for converting millions of barrels of Syrian oil controlled by Islamic State terrorists into hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue in a scheme so vast that President Putin described it as a living oil pipeline comprised of vehicles, carrying oil, lined up in a chain going beyond the horizon. With the money earned from this sale of the Islamic State's oil, this report notes, American weapons and ammunition were then bought from the CIA and transported back into Syria by Turkey's National Intelligence Organization, MIT, to Islamic State terrorists, which was documented and verified by the editor-in-chief of the Turkish Cumhuriyet newspaper who upon the release of this information was ordered arrested yesterday by President Erdogan on treason and espionage charges. With aerospace forces having destroyed over 1,000 fuel tankers in the week prior to 24 November carrying illegal Islamic State oil into Turkey, MOD analysts in this report state, Bilal Erdogan, along with his MIT and CIA accomplices then ordered the shoot-down by ambush of Russia's Su-24M bomber aircraft with Turkish Prime Minister, and Erdogan family ally, Ahmet Davutoglu admitting that he personally gave the order to fire on the aircraft, and which was filmed by Islamic State terrorists who knew where and when to get that exclusive footage, as reported by Federation Colonel General Viktor Bondarev. To the Western propaganda effort to disguise, distort this war crime against the Federation by Turkey, this report says, it has fallen into too many absurdities to count, including the impossibility of this Su-24M being able to fly over Turkish territory at a speed at which if true it would have fallen from the sky. And which Wikileaks stated about, journalists, learn to do basic maths. Look at Turkey's statement to UN, 1.15 miles, 17 seconds x 60 by 60 equals 243 miles, hour equals 391 kilometers/hour. Even worse about the Western propaganda, this report notes, is an obvious Erdogan MIT CIA fabricated recording of the alleged warning given to the Su-24M bomber aircraft, but which Turkish authorities have informed the Russian military attaché that they did not provide the media with any audio recordings of alleged radio contacts between their F-16 fighter and the downed Russian Su-24M bomber aircraft because they don't exist. To President Putin's war order against the Erdogan family and regime, this report continues. It has included the obliteration of the Islamic State forces in the area where this plane was downed and now allows aerospace forces to shoot down all enemy planes and objects which pose, or can pose, a threat to the servicemen of Russia in Syria. And as stated by President Putin to the media this morning, These measures let everyone know clearly that the next time any foreign plane tries to carry out aggression against the Russian Air Force, air base, or the military personnel of Russia and Syria, they will be, without any doubts, immediately destroyed. And the Triumph S-400 air defense missile complex wasn't just deployed to Syria for appearances.